We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. Dancing to his left. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. how do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hall again on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
If you were going to choose a franchise back from the 2022 class, most figured it would be Breece Hall out of Iowa State, and he was the first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Completes it to Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Let's put that team on the clock, man. 51, Mike 51. Protein spin. Check 13.
Now it's Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Then he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Tua. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Switch.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
24's the mic. Check back. 24's the mic. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Ready.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the
Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
51 for Mike. 51 for Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Give to Hall running right. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Up the middle, Johnson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run with Hall. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They run. It's Johnson. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Tua. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Tua now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 4. Mike 5. Coming to you.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. and that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And his throw is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Focus, defense, focus.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Hall on a give up the middle. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Oh, the return is Reed. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Wilson. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So